Hey, Ade, how we doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Um, Thank you. Just kind of wondering throughout this draft process, the pre-draft, the pro days, has there anyone that you've kind of leaned on? Former players at Notre Dame, current players in the NFL that have kind of given you advice and kind of what to expect. And then my follow-up question would be, have you spoken with the Buccaneers at all in your pre-draft process?
Uh, um, for the first part of the question, yeah, I've talked to some guys on our team who are on our team last couple years. They've been great help. Me and Lid go way back before college and high school, so I'm always talking to him really every day, and he's always giving me tips and great things about what's to come. So I think just learning from him, learning from guys like Alohi, Jalen, all those guys who were really in my class at 16 year, just learning from them and really figuring out what they did and just trying to get those pieces so I can use it for myself. And then also to the second question, I met with the Bucks at the Senior Bowl, but I haven't had any meetings with them yet. So
We'll go next to Pete Sampson.
I had a couple of questions on guys that are still here, specifically Isaiah Foskey and Jordan Botello. We've seen some of Foskey now, but less of Botello. Like, what does Notre Dame have in those guys? What's sort of the thing they need to do most this spring to get in a spot where they can replace you and or Dalen in the fall?
yeah, I think those guys are really, really talented. I mean, Foskey is a guy who could do a lot on the field. He's someone who really improved himself this past season, and I expect him to get better and better this season. He's a guy who could do multiple things. I think he could rush the passer very well. I think he could set the edge very well. I think just him, he just needs to continue to keep working on his craft every single day, continue to push himself in the weight room, and I think there'll be good things. And Jordan was a guy who was on special teams and someone who dominated on special teams, and he was continuing to be the right person. Just his just needs to work on just being consistent every single day, and I think if he does that, he'll be a very great player at Notre Dame.
We'll go next to Andrew Mentok from Blue and Gold.
I wanted to ask you about another player still on the roster, an MTA. How valuable is it to have him coming back for a fifth year? And what do you think about his potential in trying his hand at strong side defensive end?
Yeah, I think he's gonna have great potential. He can do a lot of things for a defensive lineman. He can play several different positions. He played three tech the last couple of years. Then they moving him to end. So I think he can do a lot of different things for the defense. I think he just brings a veteran presence to the room too. Someone who's a leader, someone who leads by example, who does the right things every day, comes in and puts his head down and work. He's a humble worker. So I'm excited to see him next season.
We'll go next to Andre Robinson.
Hey, Adi, congratulations on your pro day and your journey to the NFL. My question to you
Thank you.
is there anything that you need to work on? I heard that locating the ball has been somewhat of a challenge for you. Is there anything that you need to work on as far as
Locating the ball as a DB or
yeah, the play balance, it says very inconsistent, slow on locating the ball.
yeah, I don't really know exactly what that means, so I can't answer that. But I can say that I do need to work on continuing to be a better pass rusher. Really getting up the field and making some moves. Having variety of pass rush moves to keep the offensive line thinking. I think I can always improve on those things and always can improve on getting better with my hands and my punch and better attack. So.
Any other questions for Ade?
Have you spoken with the Buffalo Bills?
I have, yes.
How was that experience?
It was a great meeting. I talked to them on Zoom. I also talked to them at the Senior Bowl, and both times they went well.
Final questions for Ade? Okay, thank you so much, Ade.
Thank you guys.